Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Cal,
I'm X.
and today it's just going to be the two of us. Short staffed today, not by choice though, but we're just going to go ahead and keep moving. I don't care about reporting about Call of Duty. I only brought this up because it's just insane to me, like its identity has changed. So season 3, COD is bringing out Cheech and Chong as playable operators, their own secondhand smoke execution.
Oh my god.
I'm going to see if I can find this really quick for you, but when I'm watching this, I'm like, dude, where have we gone? Like, where is COD at? And like, I
think they're on their like Fortnite train right now, man.
Right. Like that's what it seems
just like collabs with pop culture figures, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I sent the video in chat, but I just thought that was insane. It's getting too childish at this point. Like, I don't know how we got from like gritty, from like a dark and gritty storyline of like the first Modern Warfare, where it was kind of like you were following along with a Hollywood movie basically. And then even the multiplayer, like even the cosmetics that you would unlock were still like fitting within the realm of Call of Duty and military. But I don't understand why Nicki Minaj is looking at me right now.
I'm telling you, man, they see Fortnite putting all this stuff in, they're like, we're gonna do this too. I just watched it. That's funny. I like it. Oh my gosh. It is. Yeah, I think they're just trying to go a different direction with it. Clearly.
Not made for me anymore. I am not the target audience.
You know, Nikki's not going to be out there on the battlefield. That hitbox is too big.
I want to know the percentage of people using that skin. Also, Snoop Dogg is an operator if you want to play as him. And he has an alternate skin where he's actually a Doberman. Like, yes.
Wait, like on all fours?
Not on all. I don't know if he has an execution with all fours. That would be insane. Please. But his head is replaced with a Doberman head.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, this is a way different Call of Duty than what I.
So wait, is this all like free, or do you have to pay for these?
Oh, you're paying for this, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. See, yeah, no, they're just doing their Fortnite for money, man.
Just okay, some money.
Just a little bit of money.
I think it is cool that the original voice actors are voicing these two. I thought that was good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Because I'm sure that costs them extra money too.
Yeah. Make up for how much it costs to get them voice actors in there.
Right.
I mean, tell them what that check was like. But yeah, it's just games like that losing their identity. They have so many people. Well, I think it's just they're just going with the times basically because.
Yeah.
You know, kids.
Chasing trends.
Yeah, because I don't know. Call of Duty is not as marketed as like a mature game, but let's be honest, there's 10-year-olds on there. And I don't know what the kids like anymore. I do not have my finger on the pulse anymore as to what children like. But it must be good if they're still adding all this stuff. I don't know what the player numbers are on Steam. Actually, let me check. I'm pretty sure, if I were to guess, I would say they're in the 100,000. Let's see.
You just trying to see Steam charts or what?
Yeah, I just want to see how many people regularly play Call of Duty. Yeah, so they're chugging along just fine. They got 133,000 playing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I think they do Warzone too and all that other stuff. So people still love battle royales apparently. But yeah, good for them, I guess. I was really hoping that because COD has been on this train for so long, like they, basically had a change of nature. The same way that I was hoping a game would change like the scene a little bit, the same way Power World deal with Pokemon.
Right.
Just something to come out of the blue and just something that focuses heavy on what COD used to be rather than what it is right now. And I was hoping that there was this game that surprisingly Ubisoft was working on. What was it? xDefiant. xDefiant was kind of like Ubisoft's answer to like people who wanted the old Call of Duty back. So you had 6v6 3-lane maps. When you look at the gameplay, the movement is really similar to how old Call of Duty used to be, like fast-paced combat, customization of weapons and stuff like that. And it was even an old veteran Call of Duty developer was actually on this team working on it, and you can tell just by looking at the gameplay. But that got pushed back again, so there's no
got delayed.
Yeah, there's no telling when we'll see that. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Cheech Chong available to play. Also, Apple has lifted the ban on game emulators, so you'll now be able to play globally, and you'll be able to download these games as well.
They had a ban on game emulators? Like in the store? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. And Apple says developers are responsible for all software offered, including software that complies with their guidelines and laws. But
that's true, because they don't let you do add like third-party apps that aren't in the ad store, right? They don't let you sideload apps.
Yeah, and this is
they can lock you down.
Yes,
I got it.
And you see, they just had that lawsuit in Europe that was blocking that, but now, since the Europeans basically forced them to let go and to stop doing that, because I think it was kind of like you're monopolizing a little bit. You're blocking everybody from if you're blocking third-party apps from being on your store. Yeah, I can see that.
You can decide what's on your store, I feel like, but like you should at least let the customer decide if they want to risk downloading something like sideloading. That's what I feel like.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Because it's not from your store. Like, what risk is there to you? If they do it, that's their own fault.
Because would Apple be at risk of being sued if something were to happen to somebody's phone if they downloaded something like that?
Like sideloading? No, I don't think so. It's not from their store. That would be the equivalent of like downloading a virus on your PC.
Oh, okay.
Because you didn't download your apps through the Windows Store or whatever,
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I see. Apple I love their phones, but at the same time, I mean, they're as a company, y'all have to do better. Yeah, that's all.
They'll get there one step at a time, and then they'll claim that they were the first ones.
Right. That's right on brand for them. So, also, some hidden Nazi symbols were found in Life is Strange.
Right.
Yeah, references to the number 88 and 18, which are like alphanumerical codes for Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler.
That's hilarious.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
I'm like, they also found a Hegel, I think it's pronounced Hagel or Hegel rune, that means faith and not Nazism. And one person was like, one could be a mistake, but multiple showing up is an absolute problem. They obviously took it up to management, because if you're making a game that represents marginalized people, it's obvious a problem if someone on your team is like dog whistling to white supremacists at the same time, especially if they just keep popping up multiple times. Well, nothing was done with it. Management has remained silent. Multiple devs came forward saying that Deck 9, the developers behind Life is Strange, like their management has a history of doing nothing and letting toxic work culture fester. There's been a history of protecting abusive leaders and encouraging crunch. So that's what they're dealing with over there,
I think that's hilarious. They hid it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's like something I would do. Hide some random stuff. The most foul things you could think of.
But Nazi symbols?
So it's just symbols.
No.
It's just symbols.
When you have a game like with people, Life is Strange. Like, I never played those games. Those games do not appeal to me whatsoever. I think those games are more along the lines of what is it? Heavy Rain type games.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So, and I think people were like kind of concerned about this too, because the team making the game itself are like really like multicultural, like there's a bunch of different people working on that. So not only have the people that specifically were working on and developing the game, they were dealing with harassment and bullying themselves, then to be working on the game and then you find like these Nazi symbols. I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
it was probably just one dude like, I'm gonna put these in fines.
Tell you what, that lunch after lunchtime, after you done found them symbols, hey, I'd be glare which one of you did this. Like, it just creates a terrible work environment. Like, you just want to come in, do your work, and go home, not be assaulted with Nazi symbols. And yeah, That's what they're dealing with. There's always something going on with development. I don't understand why people just can't come to work, do their job, and leave. It's got to touch something.
Whoever did that, they did their job. They did extra work on top of their job.
Oh yeah.
They were putting in that. They stay late.
Jesus. Oh yeah, they do stay late because they did. They do force their people over there to do crunch. Like they had crunch time as well. So yeah, everybody was staying late. He must have been staying up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
People always complain about crunch, but I feel like that's gonna happen regardless. Just in that kind of industry. I mean, as the game comes out, you're like, make sure all the bugs are gone. Hurry up, patch this, patch that. We got to get it released now.
My thing is it to be expected or is it bad management? Because
I think it's to be expected, because I think if you delay the game longer, the second you get close to that second delayed release date, you're gonna have the same crunch. I'm not saying that there aren't companies that do it like consistently or like really. Like it's really bad for certain companies, but I'm just saying in general, it's gonna happen. You push the date out, you get new content released, but you're still gonna be like at the very last minute. Like if you're prepping for like a party or something, you gotta make sure everything's set up right. Last minute checks on everything.
Yeah, because then you start panicking, like, oh, did I check this? I mean, there's a lot.
Are there servers running? Are there?
There's, and like, no matter how many like quality tests that you do, it will never compare to the amount of tests that go on when millions of people log into your game.
Exactly, because quality people aren't doing some of the strange things other people are doing as well.
Yes, the gamers up.
Plus, you're not running it on like thousands and thousands of different configurations of machines, especially when it comes to like PC, of course.
Yeah, exactly. And
you can't account for all that.
Some of the bugs people will find, I'm like, bro, why are you even over there looking at
speedrunners? I guarantee you,
like
it all comes back to speedrunners.
When Battlefield had that massive, like insanely terrible launch, like everything was being scrutinized to the point where I'm like, bro, why are you even over there looking at that? Like, there's just no need. Same thing that happens with Madden, like when something just comes out so terrible and so copy and pasted. And people were found out that they still had left assets from the last game in the new one. How did you even think to even look in there? To like pause, like during the replay, you just pause and go and look at the stands to see that they like once you see something, you're like, oh, well, what else is broken in here?
Yeah.
But those are all like the small little stories I had. I do have like a kind of a big story about Roblox, but we can do that last. Go ahead.
First thing I had was the organizer of Stop Killing Games. They made a website for it. They're hoping to.
What is Stop Killing Games? What is that about?
It's a group that Ross Scott, I guess, this is the guy's name, maybe.
Okay.
Created, and he's kind of like pushing to take like legal action against game companies from taking down like all these live service or like online only games and making them unplayable for everyone, like as soon as support ends.
Oh, okay.
So he's I think their main focus is the game The Crew, since that's the most recent one.
Yeah.
And they said it had a player base of 12 million people at the time that it was pulled. Me? According to this, I don't know. 12
million? Still playing the first Crew?
I don't know. Maybe this is saying like the
overall.
Peak. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that. But their website says due to the game's size and France's strong consumer protection laws, they think this one of the best opportunities to do it. Try to hold publishers accountable for the kind of action.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to check it out, it's stopkillinggames.com. They have take action here, and it, like based on where you live, they try to tell you like the best way to get legal attention for it.
Okay.
But the main thing they're pushing is like not that you can't make an online only game, but their point is just if you're going to end service, you're no longer going to support the game, and it's going to become unplayable after like a set date. After that date, try your best or do whatever you can as a publisher or company or whatever to make it so the game is at least playable after you shut down. Yes. So whether that means offering the ability to like self-host servers or like anything like that, any kind of workarounds that allow you to play the game even if it's offline or single player with like even if you lose features. So let's say you have like daily challenges, you might lose daily challenges because it's not online, but at least you can still play the game.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's what that's the main thing they're pushing for. It's not like get rid of all online games or make them keep the servers up indefinitely. Like they're not asking for anything crazy. It's very reasonable based on what I'm reading on the website. Basically, don't destroy a product that someone has already paid for.
Exactly.
Make it so they can continue to play it. All you have to do is, the vast majority of the time, these companies are just running like regular servers on some Amazon warehouse, some Amazon server somewhere, or Microsoft Azure server or something. So just make it so that either a quick end of life patch to make it so that you can play offline, or maybe make it so that people can host it. That way they can choose. I mean, because there's plenty of server hosting companies out there that host servers for so many online games.
Exactly.
You pay $5, you pay $10, you get a month. Yeah, so they make plenty of money doing that. They would gladly pick up some of these games that are just getting completely like lost. You can't play them anymore.
My thing is that should be like industry standard. I don't know. That would have to be something you'd have to fight for. Absolutely.
Right. That's why they're saying they're trying to do it legally, which I guess they're pushing for France really hard right now, and because they have really good consumer protection laws, I guess.
Okay.
But they're hoping that if they are able to get something through in France, that of course, like that'll spread to more global markets after that.
Yes, we need more people like this.
That reminds me of Hitman. That's one of the reasons I didn't buy that game, is because it's always online. And like the thing with it online on Hitman is like that's where you get all the like after the story, the replayability.
Yes,
you get the elusive targets, the escalations, like time limited content, all that kind of, and even like a lot of equipment and stuff is locked behind.
Like I know that. I think because when you level up, like the leveling up is what unlocks different starting locations for you. And I know that's where, but if you're locking progression behind like just being online, that's insane to me. To me, that means the game is unplayable offline because progression has been, shorted, has been cut.
Right. And like, I mean, thankfully for Hitman, there's already an open source solution for it. It's called Peacock that you can install, and like it's like a fake server for a Hitman.
Okay.
And it lets you unlock everything if you want to play custom or discontinued, or like the time limited stuff that used to only be on the developer servers or publisher servers.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, that's all open source. Someone else made that. Now, if the company would just make that, I bet you it would be even better, faster, potentially.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, just especially something like this for like end of life, especially. It doesn't even have to be like during. This is actually during support. Like they're still supporting Hitman. The servers are still up. But this project, yeah, there will come a time it will end, and this project will hopefully still be functional, so that people can continue playing like all the online content, unlocking stuff if they want at their leisure. So
exactly, if you pay for it, it's yours. That's how it should be from here to the end of time. I can't believe that we actually have to fight for something like this. Like this is where the gaming industry has come. Like for all those, I don't collect games personally. I mean, I collect them in my hard drive, absolutely. But as far as like physically, like some people like to have like physical copies of games, and then when they go and put it in, they don't want to have to connect to online, and then you try to play this old game and you can't even do anything. The servers are down. That's insane to me.
Yeah, like I said, check it out if you guys are interested. Stop killing games. See if you can contribute. I know some of the places are harder, like the instructions they give are harder for you to follow, or maybe they haven't followed through. I think the UK, they're waiting on a petition to be published in the UK because they have to do there's a longer process, I guess, for their like legal petitions.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, check it out if you're interested in it. I think it's a good initiative to try to keep these games going, because it's pretty much no loss to the publisher. I mean,
Right.
They're not having to host the servers anymore. They don't have to worry about it. It's not supported, so you can't come complain to them if you got. But you at least give people a chance or an option to continue playing after.
My thing is, how hard is it to do that? Like,
I think the majority of times it's probably not that hard. I'm sure there are some games where it's not set up well to be like ran on consumer equipment.
Okay.
But otherwise, I mean, like MMOs, maybe there's some, but I'm sure they can make like a pared down, smaller server, dedicated server version of it. It's not like you have to run a server that can hold thousands of people or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be something. Might click on that after we finish talking.
Next up, I had Sea of Thieves coming to PlayStation 5, April 30th. Nothing bad.
I was about to say.
You can pre-order it now. It's $40. And they do say you can link your Microsoft account, and then all progress and items from Xbox will transfer over. So that's nice
dope.
too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Any active pirate characters become playable, and then let's see. Yeah, all gold, doubloons, and ancient coins will synchronize across all platforms.
I like that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Xbox had better games, but for the most part, they are like top tier when it comes to like, consumer.
Right.
They're absolutely consumer friendly. Like, I wish this was like a back and forth type thing between Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Yeah.
I want to play Super Smash Bros. On my PlayStation, which is absolutely insane since both of these companies are Japanese.
Yeah.
Originated over there. Why is Super Smash Bros.
That just means the competition's even tougher than the home court. They're fighting harder.
My God.
But yeah, got the transfer of progress and stuff, and also let's see. They will have some exclusive, like PlayStation exclusive content. I think like skins or items like that. But other than that, everything will be transferable between the two.
We got off of that game because of the grind, right?
Yeah, that, and then we got stalked at the dock by other players.
Basically GTA Online, but
yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Couldn't do anything, didn't have the weapons or anything.
I will say, to be fair, if you compare it to GTA Online, at least there's a more balanced playing field than Sea of Thieves. GTA Online, if you're rich, you're just, everyone else is dead, man.
The funny thing is about GTA Online is like you rarely come across the high level who wants to bother you. Most of the time the high level is trying to grind, like or he's working on his money or he's just riding. The 3 months that I was on, like during COVID, every time I got shot, it was from my low level. Riding around in the free car Rockstar gave him, shooting from his passenger window.
My God.
Just blatantly firing at a group of people all like over a level 100. Buddy.
Maybe it was like an alt account or something. I don't know.
Don't know. But the punishment that comes from that is we kill you till you leave. And I don't know. I guess, and also Rockstar at the time, I don't know if they still do this, but starting in GTA, they don't really tell you a lot as to like how to get money, what are the best places to spend your money, because obviously they want you to just blow money in their game. Yeah. Entice you to buy shark cards, even though there's plenty of ways in the game now to make quick money. You just have to play.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of guidelines to teach you how to do that. I guess everybody has a phone and YouTube, so now they just come by driving and shoot me.
But along with that Microsoft game, another one, Grounded, we played some of that.
Oh, yeah.
That is also coming, let's see, the 16th. That comes even sooner.
I just remember getting attacked by fire ants most of the time. In our little house. We got a little house up and running and just
the wolf
didn't know that it was right by an anthill in the back.
Yeah, no, the wolf spider is what got me. The one that jumped over the wall.
Jesus Christ, yes.
But that's going to be $32 for PlayStation Plus members and $40 as far full price for pre-order as well. And with this, they are also releasing an update, the Fully Yoked update.
What?
Fully Yoked. I think this is their last content update, actually, too.
This is for Grounded, right?
Yeah, for Grounded.
Okay.
They're going to add Royal Ant Queens, which looking at this picture, this ant is massive. a new game plus mode, and full
Nice.
Japanese voiceover, new weapons, armor, and other additional content. The new game plus was the most interesting thing that I saw because it looks like it says like you go back through the backyard, but everything's changed. It's like kind of like otherworldly dimension kind of. So you'll have like tougher bosses, new creature spawns, anomalies. It says the beasts are stronger, quicker, and have unique abilities that elevate the challenge.
Nice, I like that. Not just a regular, just go back through the game again, but changing the state of the game. I like that. Always applaud that.
Mixing things up, keeping you on your toes.
Why can't these AAA companies with millions of dollars can't do something like that? I will never understand. I really don't. Helldivers is kicking ass right now. Constant updates, constant communication with the community. I would love Rockstar to talk to us. I would have loved communication back then, but no, we get a newsletter every 6 months.
I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know about this one. It doesn't explicitly mention the like cross progression like the other one did. So I don't know if that's gonna be a thing or not for this as well.
Okay.
And grounded. But of course you will have cross play when it releases. So
yeah, which I mean, it's still good, but cross progression is still like it's a level up. Like, I wish it was like that on Helldivers, because I would absolutely buy this for like the Steam so I could take it mobile, play it on the Steam.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got Chiaki, you can use that. Well, not you can't be too mobile.
Yeah, I can be in my house.
Yeah.
But that's good. I'm glad. Indies all the way. My biggest hope is that an indie game gets Game of the Year this year. I'm probably not gonna have, because I have no idea what's gonna launch this year.
Well, not even like necessarily. I don't even feel like Ground is that indie, but just like a AA too, indie or AA.
Yeah, exactly. When is the last AAA game that you remember that actually you thought, oh, this was worth the $70?
None of them have been worth the $70.
Which is insane if you think about it.
So far, I have refused to pay $70. That's not true. No, I didn't buy that one because I got it off the Key website. So
what'd you get?
I was gonna say Suicide Squad.
Oh my!
But I got that one was only like 50 something when I got.
It's still too much.
It was still too much.
Take it. Feel like I got dragged into Kohl's, man.
I have not played 70 for anything. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of good value games out there now. So
yes. Did you see? Sorry, real quick. Speaking of value games, did you see the game Content Warning? Oh,
no. It's similar to Lethal Company mixed with some other games.
Okay.
But it's the people who made Tabs. You know that game? Totally Accurate Battle Simulator.
I can't place it.
Okay. Anyway, they released an April Fool's game for free, and everyone loved it. So now they're selling this thing.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What was the April Fool's game?
It's called Content Warning. You go around and film your friends doing scary things, and then you try to become famous on SpookTube. It's so silly, but hilarious. I watched a little bit of gameplay of it, but yeah, this is kind of like just these cheap or free games that are just so good and offer so much content in comparison.
Yes, and fun to play with friends. That's a major. Like, look at Lethal Company. Like, just the animations are like really basic, and like there's not a bunch of detail in the world.
Right.
But it's looked at through like a very like crappy VHS type screen. So I mean, it's just really unique, man. I'm just last AAA game that I played that was actually worth its time have always been PlayStation exclusives like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, and Spider-Man. Them are the only ones I felt like to me were worth the 70. Like I got my money's worth out of that. I can tell that the passion was put into this game. But other than that, no, I've been heavily disappointed by what's been put out. Look at Helldivers. I'd already put 100 hours into that easily. I'm still playing old games like Xenoverse. Going back.
I've got 100 hours in Ballot Pro.
A card game. Yeah, car game. Y'all getting beat by a card game.
I pay like, I don't know, $12 for it when it released.
Ubisoft could never. They could never just make a good game and like have people love it Sorry. You know what, I say that, but I mean, The Division is an old game. Like, The Division is... I have 300 hours into that, but they have some good developers working underneath them. But for the most part, we get crap. We get mediocrity. I would like to know how many people are still playing Skull and Bones. That's what I want to look up. That's what I need to know.
Yeah, it's not on Steam, right? So you won't be able to look at Steam database.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think it is. I think they only did it on Connect. Yeah, it's only on there.
Yeah, that's
their
true.
Their amazing launcher.
Yeah, because Ubisoft was, because I think they came out and lied and say, oh, we got record numbers, but y'all didn't tell us, like, how many people were actually playing.
Yeah, where's the proof?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, nobody can actually check, so, hey, Ubisoft, you're doing great, I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all the news I had.
Okay. Well, you guys need to protect your children. Did you hear about Roblox?
No.
Studio boss was accused of exploiting children for profit. This man has been putting the children into the mines, all underneath our noses, apparently. So everybody knows that Roblox has always been synonymous with children, and even their VP of marketing has said that from the beginning, it's been about kids making games for other kids.
Yeah.
I don't know do you know how much Roblox is valued at right now? Like how they...
No, I don't. But I've seen a couple people play like custom maps, and man,
yes,
they like sell assets here and there. I'm like, they gotta be making bank off these kids.
Yeah. It's valued at $41 billion.
Wow.
Which puts them close to Activision, Blizzard, and Nintendo.
That's crazy.
Yes. If you don't know how Roblox works, the site hosts games, but they have to label these games as experiences because legally you can't just say these are games, because if it's sold on the App Store, that means this is a store within a store. Can't do that. So
yeah,
they say we have experiences here. For comparison, Steam hosts around 50,000 games. Roblox hosts around 20 million.
What?
Yeah. And so because they have this whole idea of like marketing to kids and kids making games for other kids, they try to sell the dream of being a kid developer who can make lots of money creating games for them. Their main YouTube page is just full of success stories from other devs. Even their website likes to point out success stories from even like kid developers or even like 16, 17-year-olds. Like that's
right.
The main focus. That's who they're trying to promote. So when you go to make your first game, the tools are free and Roblox will handle the moderation for your server. So when it's actually time to start gaining attention for the game, you can either try and get streamers to play your game, advertise on YouTube, which is a lot of heavy lifting. Me and you both know. There's a lot of work to try and even do anything on YouTube. Or you can pay Roblox to do the advertising for you. Now, you might wonder, why the heck are you paying the site to advertise for you? Can't you just put your game up there, like on the Discover page, and somebody might just happen upon it? Maybe they can click new, like in the search, in the filter bar.
Yeah, you can't do that?
Bar.
So it's just like promoted content only or something?
Yeah, there are no discoverability tools on the main page to search new games, which means that most people will have to pay Roblox to do the advertising. But first, before you can do this, you need to convert your real money into Robux, so you can participate in the online auction for ad slots.
Oh no.
A lot of this information I got from a YouTuber called People Make Games. They did an excellent video breaking down all this stuff, but they did multiple interviews with like young devs from the site, and the general consensus is that marketing your game is equivalent to trying to make a viral video on TikTok or YouTube. Like, it's that hard. But let's say you get successful. Let's say you just happen to be the 1% that makes a good game and everybody's playing it. Roblox takes a 30% cut, and the rest... Okay, so you get that 30% cut. Where do you think you're going to get real money, right?
Wait, don't tell me they pay you in Robux.
Yes. They pay
Really?
you in Robux, not real world.
Okay, is there a way to convert that to real world? There can't be.
Okay. So You have Robux, not real world currency. Now the minimum amount that you can withdraw, like when you reach 100,000 Robux, that's when you can start withdrawing. That $100,000.
What's that equivalent?
$1,000 in real world funds.
That's the only time you can withdraw?
That's the only time you can withdraw is when you hit that cap. Now, also, I want to add this. The only time, if you're lucky enough to reach that minimum, you have to also be paying Roblox's premium subscription to even withdraw it as well.
And how much is that?
I gotta dig deeper in that. I don't know how much that
Okay.
you can go and look that up.
Cost is adding up here.
I want to go back to say that 1,000, that's actually, that 1,000 value only exists within the Roblox ecosystem. When you take that out, it goes all the way down to $350.
What do you mean? When
like, because they don't pay, like when in their ecosystem, if they were to buy like those coins back, they don't pay as much as they are within the Roblox system itself.
So what, you
like
get $350?
Yeah, they're worth less outside of the ecosystem than they are if you were to keep them inside.
Okay, so it's technically $1,000 worth of the currency.
Yes.
But when you get it out, it's really only $350 because it's now out of the system.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Because the cap is so high, of course people are going to want to keep their Roblox inside. So they most likely will just purchase, buy cosmetics, and then sometimes they use these Robux to do more ad auctions. And they also use Robux to pay other Roblox devs to work on their games.
That is crazy. It's like a whole nother economy over there.
Existing within Roblox.
They got their own crypto.
Exactly. Their own system. And see, there are no like checks and balances like in that ecosystem either. So a lot of I was just listening to like some stories about like how people don't really know who they're working for. Like your bosses can basically just say, what was the story? Basically saying that we need this done by such and such time. And if you don't get it done by such and such time, then we're going to tank your reputation within the Roblox community. And because it's been like that for so long, a lot of people just don't speak out about it. They'll just end up leaving and not saying anything. Like if you have a bad boss, and I'm using this word very liberally because your boss could be another child. But yeah, there's just this whole economy within this whole attitude within that site. It's like, don't say nothing, otherwise you won't get another job. Also, job is doing heavy lifting. I mean, you're still getting raked over the coals. Plenty, depending on who you're working with. But I just thought that was insane. Like,
that's really interesting. I didn't know there was that complex.
Yes. I'll link the people make games in the description below, so people can go and look at the video themselves. But this was actually 2 years ago, and the story is starting to pop up again over news feeds, which made me go digging. But people make games did that video 2 years ago, and do you know Roblox, their PR department was asking them to take it down? Like, if you were not doing anything bad, why would you bring attention to it? Like, now that
they can't, companies can't help doing that. They can't either. They do it all the time.
Like, if you don't want attention brought to something, just let it go. But now that you're acting so aggressive and like trying to get people to say, and people are like just not representing the information accurately, okay, well then you need to come out and say something equally, like refute that. Give us some.
It's so common. What is it called? The Streisand effect?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Yeah, where you try to censor something or cover it up, and then literally it just brings so much attention to it.
Right. Like now more eyes are because you're fighting something.
Could have left it alone.
Let it die. No. But anyway, the Roblox boss said that this is a gift for children. Like he sees nothing wrong with it because he's making bank. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I had no idea any of that was going on. I bet them Discord lobbies are rough.
I'm sure the vast majority of them are just using their parents' money, so their parents are getting raked over the coals. Yeah, I mean, especially it's hard enough. I feel like this is the reason why they use a lot of games use digital currency that's not a 1-to-1 to like real money. Is to take you like pull you away from the true dollar amount of what you're spending.
Yes, absolutely.
That way you see, oh, this is just 1,000 coins.
Exactly.
Like, what is that in real money? I don't know, but I just spent 300 of them. Turns out that was $3. Yeah, it just takes you away from like the true value of how much you're spending. So you don't see, okay, I just spent $5 to, I don't know, let's say in Roblox's case, to bid on an ad space.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, it's obfuscating the true cost of things. It's so common with like, and also that technique where they like, in games where they sell a skin or something, and it's like, oh, it's 300 coins, but then all the packs of coins the seller like, you can get 200 of them, or you can get 500 of them, but you can't get 300.
I don't think anything pisses me off more than if a skin is worth such and such, but there's not a single pack in there that'll get me that exact amount.
It's all they do, just over and then under, so you have to either double buy or you have to buy way too much.
Or, oh my god, here's the one. If the skin is like $8 or something like that, the $5 pack can get you up to like 5,000 coins. But you gotta buy that extra $5 pack that'll put you over, but then you have just enough left over. So you have just enough
to tempt you. I'm so close to getting the next one. Yeah,
exactly. I had to get off Apex for that specific reason. Cause I was
honestly, I'd prefer they just say this is $2, pay straight for $2 for it. If they're gonna do that, microtransaction. But I know why they do it. I mean, there's a reason why they're making so much money. They just have 40 billion. The reason why.
Yes.
Some parents' credit card somewhere got a high bill on them.
God, I'd pass out. I'd absolutely pass out. You got to protect your children. Keep up with what they're doing in these Discord groups, man. It's a Wild West out here.
Yeah, until you look at don't wait till you see the credit card bill and you see $10,000 worth of Robux.
And then he's just using them to like get in there and realize he's got a whole company he's working, or he the boss.
Right, and then once he goes to withdraw his money, quote unquote, now it's like a third of what it was.
Right, God. Selling the dream and taking advantage of people, and which worse is it's children, is not, which is even poor children. That's all I have to say. Also, apparently the Roblox like their creation tools, like you can't take those skills outside of that because they're just so specifically tailored to that system. Like there's nothing. From what they were saying is like, it would be insanely hard for you to try and go work on a different engine without having to relearn just about everything.
Okay.
So all of your skills are locked into Roblox. You step outside.
Man, it's a whole nother world in there, man.
Right. I was just always confused as to like every time I look at like videos, I'm like, why is this appealing to people? It's like people walking around with like blocks for hands. Like, why are people?
I saw a lot of custom game modes where they'll make like horror maps or things based off of like other IPs that are just like skirting the copyright infringement.
Exactly.
I mean, some of them look fun, some of them are just silly, but yeah, I don't personally play it, but I've watched other people play it. I guess I can see the appeal of it, just because there's so much like overlap with, like I said, other popular games where they'll like kind of custom level their way through and just like make their own. I mean, people are making like movies and stuff almost, and
that's insane. Like I did see that. I don't know if you saw like one guy made kind of like a Call of Duty like game inside of Roblox. I'm like, bro, what am I looking at?
Yeah, no, I believe it. I've seen some of them.
I'm like, go save that kid. Get him out of Roblox right now.
Yeah, put him in something. Yeah, something more where he can make some real money.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe they pay them in Roblox.
When I saw that, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, that's just insane.
Imagine working at Walmart and they
That's
give you
what
like a wall dollars. You can only they got a cafeteria. That's the
Right.
only place where your wall dollars really mean. You try to take them anywhere else and they're worthless.
Which will hold you to the company. You cannot go anywhere else. Like if you were to,
Yeah, that's crazy.
if you were to go outside of the like, that's breaking my brain because I'm like, how are you paying like your mortgage or anything? Like, well, I guess the company itself.
At the new
would pay-
Walmart,
right? Because the Walmart would have to own the house for you to even be set up in that system.
they repurpose one of their warehouses and put some beds in there. I'll tell you, that sounds like a whole nother economy they got, a whole
Yes.
nother world going on over there.
Right. And now it's gaining attention. They're like, no, the children love it over here. You sure about that? I mean, the children don't know. The children don't know any better. It's our job to protect them. But yeah, I just thought that was that was crazy. It's just so many things are happening in the world, just in small pockets, especially the internet. Constant. They're trying to take your money. That's why I just say no. That's my favorite word. Yeah. Did you have anything else? Any comments?
Nah, I'm done.
I seem to have kicked the hornet's nest with the Elden Ring video.
No, shit just got good, man.
I can't. One thing I know is I know I'm not the only one who thinks that about the game. Like, and also what you were saying about, it's good that they don't make this game for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I feel.
Otherwise, it would not be.
If you don't like it, just don't play it.
It wouldn't be Elden Ring if it was for everybody.
That's why when you said different difficulty, I was like, oh no, what are they gonna do? They're gonna make story mode where
Right.
God mode is enabled, you one hit everything.
Yeah, I would actually lose respect for them if they went the opposite way. Don't make it easy.
Okay, yeah.
Make it harder because I think that's the core of the game. That's the
Right.
appeal of it.
That's why people, that's the appeal of it.
Man, they did not like that.
It is what it is.
Right. Like, I like going into those threads on Reddit where somebody will ask, like, oh, what's a game that's incredibly hyped but you can't get into yourself? You know, people say, like, Legends of Zelda, like, Pokemon, like, there's plenty of games that, like, for me, because I like to play so many different games, it sucks that I cannot get into certain one. Because it's like,
right,
man,
like you want to, because you're like, man,
Yes.
everyone's having so much fun in this,
Right.
but I just can't get into it.
I'm like, because in the subreddits of like Elden Ring, they'll just be sharing like all their lore and like combat and like, all the stuff. They're excited. Right. Like I want to see what's so fun about all. I feel like that Squidward meme where he's watching everybody else run. Like
Oh my
Patrick and
gosh, through the window.
run outside. Yeah, that's me. You me. Same thing with Legend of Zelda. I thought that would be one I could get into too. It's just it wasn't hidden too well.
I could get into it if they release it on PC.
Yeah. Which is crazy they haven't on Nintendo.
What were you gonna say?
I said it'd be nice if they did, do a PC port from Zelda, but they wouldn't do that.
No, they're not gonna do that.
Yeah. I would see PlayStation doing that. Well, PlayStation already does that, but I could see PlayStation moving their games to Xbox before I ever see Nintendo move a game to PC.
I would agree with that. Yeah,
Them
Nintendo's
boys.
gonna lock you into that
Right.
worst performing system.
Surprised they ain't got a Roblox-like system over there already.
Well, Lord, the Nintendo bucks, or I don't know.
I'm giving them ideas. Oh, I was like, write that down. I swear. But alright, that's all I have for today.
All right.
Thank you for showing up. More importantly, thank you guys for listening. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an episode. And make sure to check out our Elden Ring video. Go ahead and slander me
Leave a
some more.
comment.
I'll catch you guys later. Bye.